Hello everyone, welcome to Laratips. In our previous video, we did the listing of the products, and in today's video, we will be doing creation of the project. And before starting this video, I'd like you to introduce to this whole series sponsor, which is Cloudways. Cloudways is a managed cloud hosting platform which focuses on your business and avoid all the web hosting hassles. Cloudways will take care of the server setup for you, and you can go live in minutes using the Cloudways. You can select any one of these applications like WordPress, Laravel, PHP, etc. and you can host those in any one of these servers like DigitalOcean, AWS, Vultr, Google Cloud or Linode. And also you can scale your server size as you need using the simple and easy user interface. You can use the link below to subscribe to Cloudways, and if you do so, you will get $15 as a credit. And you can use that $15 to set up a base server, and it will last you almost a month, which means that you are getting 1 month free. Now let's get started. If I just click on add new, then I'll get some error because we haven't done anything on the create method of the products controller. So let me go over here and let me go on the create method. And here we need to pass the categories, and here instead of product resource I'll say category resource, and here will be category root, and we also want the children of the categories. So here we'll add this with children ID, name and parent ID. If we don't write here parent ID, then it will not be able to fetch the children. Okay, after this, now let us go to this product create, and now let me just go over here and see here is the root categories. We want this to be categories, so I'll multiple select categories. You can see here another one, this one is also selected. Now let me go here and click on add new. Then I can see here name, slug, parent, category and active, but the fields that we want are title, slug and many more fields that we have already seen in our previous video. Now let me go over here and add those fields over here. Now I have added all these fields, and let me go here one by one. Here will be name, product name, there will be the slug, there will be the cost price, the selling price, and then we have this category and this select group subcategories. They are this drop down. I think we have already seen that select group before. It is coming from here, and then we have this editor group. I'll show you this a little bit later, so I'll just comment this out for now. And then we have this check boxes over here, and then this button. Now let me come here and again refresh the page. Then I'll get some error, and if I just go over here and see here in the console, then it is saying me this cannot read the properties of undefined, and subcategories wasn't defined. We are accessing it, but we haven't defined it. Let me just search for the subcategories, then they are over here. We'll do as if we have done in our index page. So I'll go over here at the top, and after this form I'll just add this subcategories form.category ID, and I haven't updated this. I'll update these as well. I have updated all these values, and instead of mounting, if you see here in here, I just think we can just do it over here like this. We don't have to define unmounted and again do everything like this if it is edit or not. I'll just remove it, and we can easily write it over here. We can just use this null coalescing syntax, which is double question mark, and here name. Suppose it is in the edit page, then we'll just show here, pass here whatever it is coming from the model, otherwise it will be empty. Similarly for this every other thing. And here in case of the subcategories, if there is no category, if category is not selected, then we'll just return empty array. The subcategories will be empty. We'll find the category, and if that category is not present, then it will return empty, and if that category is present, then we'll return the children of that category. And if we just see here this children, it will be receiving the children from here, which will be passed over here, this subcategories, and if I just search it, then it will be passed over here. So let me just come here and refresh the page if we see any other error. So you can see here unhandled during the setup function, this computed is not defined. So we have used here computed property. Let me import this. Okay, now let me refresh it. Then we can see here so many things: name, slug, cost price, selling price, category. And now if I select this one, then there is no subcategory, so it is not showing over here, and if it has subcategories, then it will show over here like this. Similarly, if we select any subcategory over here and then again come here and change this category, then we want that subcategory to be reset. But if I just show you over here and show you over here in the Vue.js, let me just close and open this, and over here in the Vue.js, and let me just zoom it, and inside this form, if I just show you over here, and just go over here. This is the subcategory ID. Here it is showing 2, but it should be empty string. So let us fix that as well. Let me just add that over here. We are just watching category ID, and if it is changed, then we are just resetting the subcategory like this. Now let me come here and refresh the page. And if I just select this one and then select another subcategory, you can see here. So let me just show you over here. The subcategory is 2. Now if I come here and select any other category, then subcategory is now reset. We also want a description over here. For that, so here I have this. If I just show you over here, this is this editor group. Okay, so for this we have to install the TinyMCE plugin. Okay, now let me go over here in the browser, and here is this blog. I'll leave the link of this blog also just below that like button. And here we have this installation script over here, this npm install save this TinyMCE. I'll just copy this from here and then come here, and let me just stop this node server and then paste it over here and install. Okay, it is successfully installed. Now if I just show you over here, then we can use it over here like this. So it is showing me not here, I don't think so. So where is it? So here, editor like this, we can use it like this. And we have to also pass this API key, which you can easily get freely from the TinyMCE website. So it is importing the editor. I think you can see it over here. This is importing editor like this, and it is using over here like this also. So now let us go over here and uncomment this out, and let us create this editor group. And we are just making the API similar to that of the select group or input group. So let me go here in the select group and look here where it is located, and on the same folder I'll create new file and I'll say editor group.view like this. And now here I'll add all the code and come back. Okay, I have added all the code, and here is all the code over here. I am just importing the editor like this, and then here is the model value, label, and error messages. Height will be 300 by default. Let us keep it like this, and we can pass the height and change it. Then we have label and error messages, and here we have this editor, and here I have this API key and model value, and if it is updating this update model value, and then we are emitting this event like this. Now let me just don't write here API like this, and let me rerun the npm run watch. Now let me come here and over here and then refresh the page. Then I cannot see the description box, so I'll just look here and in the console. So it is saying that failed to resolve this editor group. So let me just go over here and see what went wrong. So this is the editor group, which is inside this components editor group. And let me go over here in the create, and here, okay, sorry, I have commented this out. So let me uncomment it and refresh the page over here. Then we can see this description over here, but it will show me this thing. This domain is not registered with TinyCloud. Please see the quick start guide or create an account. You can just create an account on the TinyMCE and just click on this quick start guide, and it will show you how to get the key, and then you can easily add that key over here. And I'll undo it. And now if I just come here and refresh the page after adding the key, then it will not show me that error message or warning message. Now we can easily write the description over here, whatever we like. And here we have checkboxes, active, featured, and so on. Slider, everything is on place. And now if I type on something like this, then it is changing it to the slug as well. And it is the similar logic that we have done on the categories CRUD. After this, now let us go to products controller, and here in the store method. And in my previous videos, I have already shown you over here in the products request, I have just prepared some data over here. Look at save data and then category IDs. Now here in the products create, I can just pass request save data like this, and here I have passed name, slug, description, price, featured, active, cost, price, and so on slider. Now I don't need to do this. So here is the product, and now we also need to attach categories to the product. And if we go here in the product, then we have this categories belongs to many relationship. We can just use that. Let's say product categories, and then we'll just go over here in the request. Then we have this category IDs. If this category is only selected, then it will only return the category, and if both are selected, then it will return both category and subcategory over here, because we are using filter over here. Now here I'll say attach, and I'll say request category IDs like this, which means it will create the product and then it will attach the categories. Now let me come here and refresh the page and then fill the fields. It is selecting one category, and now let me just say hello world description, and then let me just say here so on slider and active. Now let me also open the console so that we can see if there is any error. Now let me click on save. Then we can see here product created successfully, and that product is over here like this, and we can see all the cost, price, selling price, and created at whatever we saw previously. Now here it is showing some error and it is saying invalid prop, check type active, expected boolean but got number. So here is this active. Now let me go to here in the product, and here we haven't done any casting, so cast like this. I'll say active boolean. And someone in the comment section also asked me that he was getting the similar issue, and here also I haven't done any casting, so sorry for that, but I have told him how to do it and how to solve it by adding the cast over here. Now let me go to products table, and here we have other boolean fields, this featured and so on slider, and let us cast those also, featured and then so on slider also. I'll add it over here. Now let me come here and refresh the page, then we are not getting any warnings over here. And if I come here and click on edit, then we are seeing this same issue. So let us go to now edit section. So here products controller, edit, and let me just grab these things from here. Root products will say categories, come here and click on edit. Then we can see all these things, but it is not selecting this category, because if we just go and see over here in the Vue.js section, then here in the create and here in the form, so here not in the item, so in the item also you can see because it is being passed. So here we don't see any category ID or subcategory ID. That's why we can't see any category or subcategory ID on the form as well, because we are getting that, look here, category ID and subcategory ID from this item. So we need to go into product resource and then we need to pass that over here. So I'll just say here category ID, then I'll say this when loaded, when the relationship is loaded, let's say categories like this, then I can pass the second argument over here, so like this. So it is also being used over here. If nothing is passed here as a second argument, then it will get the relationship value, but if we pass the second parameter, then it will actually return that value. So I'll just share function, then I'll get the root category ID. So I'll say this category, since we have already loaded the category, so we can just use it like this. So I'll say here first where parent ID equals to null, and then we'll get the ID from here like this, and we'll do same thing for the subcategory ID like this. So here I'll say subcategory ID, and then where parent is not equal to null, there will only be two categories, one will be category and another will be subcategory. So we can just do it like this and get the first one. Now if I come here and refresh the page, so let me just take it to the here, then also we are not seeing anything over here. So let me just take it over here in the item over here, then we are not seeing that category ID and subcategory ID because we forgot to load the relationship, I think so. So let me go over here in the products controller, and here we need to load the relationship. So I'll say product load category, and we can only write ID parent ID is because we only want the IDs of the categories. And let me just refresh it over here, and then here in the item, then we can see category ID, and here at the bottom subcategory ID is null. Now let me close it, and we can see here it is automatically selected, description active and so on slider, everything is selected by default. And now let me just go over here in the update over here, and here also we can do the similar thing as we have done in the store. So here I'll say product update request save data like this, and then let me just come here, just copy this and I'll just paste it over here, and instead of attach we'll say sync, because if we attach then it will keep on adding the categories, but if we do sync, then let's say we selected this category, let's say another category and this subcategory, then it will add both of these and it will automatically remove the previous categories. So you can see here this is the third one and this is the second one, and if I just click on save, then product updated successfully. And if I come here and again we can see this third one and then this second one are automatically selected. So here the creating and editing of the products is selected, but a user or some editor can add any malicious thing over here in the HTML because we are accepting the HTML, and we can save it to the database. It doesn't matter, but whenever we are displaying it or rendering it on the HTML, then it may cause some problem if it has scripts. So for that we have some useful packages in the Laravel ecosystem. We can just use that, and I have found one package called this Purify Html. Then we can just go over here in the GitHub, and let me just copy this thing, and let me just go over here and just paste it over here and install it. Okay, it is successfully installed. And if we just go over here, then we don't have to do registering. So here we can just do here purify clean, and it will automatically clean. It will remove all the unnecessary scripts, and we can create a cast and we can use it. So let's say here PHP artisan make cast purify HTML. So I'll go here inside this purify HTML, and whenever we are saving, we'll not do anything, but whenever we are displaying the description content of the product, then we will clean it over here. So I'll just copy this code from here and I'll paste it, and instead of input it will be value, and let me import this purify, and this thing is facade purify, and it is imported over here like this. And now we need to go here in the product section over here, and here I'll say description, and here I'll say purify HTML class like this. Now whenever we are getting the description as a property from the model, it will automatically apply this purify HTML, and from here inside it will automatically clean our HTML. Now let me come here again and let me say here very nice, and let me just make it bold like this, and then click on save. Then also again go here and then see everything is working perfectly fine. Now let us also search by this category. Let me go here in the products, and here click on the filter, and then click on this one. Then it is only showing us this one, and if you want, then you can also show that category and subcategory over here in the table as well. Why don't you try by it yourself? So let us see who can just show the category and subcategories over here in the table, and you can send me a pull request and I will merge that. So let me again just click here select, so that everything will be shown over here. And now let me try to delete. So before that, let me just go over here in the products controller, and here in the distro everything is good. We don't have any other thing. And regarding the product and categories, there is this belongs to relationship, and they are related to the foreign key relationship, and whenever we delete a product, that related category data will be automatically deleted from the database because of the cascade on delete database feature. And obviously we haven't added any image on the product. Yes, we'll do that in the next episode, and we will not tie that image directly to the product. We'll create another image model, and we'll just tie this product to the images so that a product can have multiple images. Now let us try to delete a product, this variable that we created before. I'll click here and click on delete. Then we can see here that it's successfully deleted. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.